Hello, welcome. This is Mind Body Solutions. I'm Audrey, and this class is low sensory adaptive yoga. I'm going to introduce the class so you can start getting yourself ready. Make yourself comfortable as best as you can. You can be seated, you can be lying down. You can also do a few movements to start with if that's what you want to do. As usual, this is your time. This is your own container to explore what would feel good in this moment. We have a little bit of time together to explore how to invite a little bit of rest, a little bit of calm, a little bit of ease into our day. Not that it's separate from the rest of the day, but it is part of our experience, and that may be so that we can show up and with more compassion for ourselves and others as the day go by. So maybe your eyes are closed or you're finding a soft gaze. And just arriving here gently into your own body, the breath, into this practice. We've been practicing together for a while, so is there anything specific now that will help you towards settling, towards some rest? So maybe it is connecting to the points of contact of the body against the floor, the seat, the bed, that you are connecting with the ground, the earth, taking in that support so that maybe you can let go a little bit more. There's a little bit less effort to do. Maybe you're already connecting to your body, the sensations, the feelings, emotions that arise in this moment. Reminding yourself that you do not have to dwell on any of it, but rather taking in the seat of the observer, of the witness, so that you can let go as well of that need of controlling, influencing anything that's going on, but rather noticing with compassion, with curiosity. If possible, connecting with your breath. Noticing the flow of the breath today, being with your inhale as you inhale, being with your exhale as you exhale. And then if pauses are in your practice, then being with that pause. A little bit of space between each breath where maybe you can invite a little bit more rest. So today we're gonna be here for a few more moments and then we'll do a little bit of movement and then a guided meditation, mostly to ground, to rest, to find a little bit of ease in our day. It was the full moon on Wednesday, and this full moon was really asking us to check in with our energy levels, our capacity. Maybe you can already do that for a few moments, just checking in with your energy. Could be your physical energy, could be your mental energy. And in the practice of yoga, one of the paths is the Ashtanga path, the eight limbs path that is set out by Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras, which is one of the foundational texts of yoga. And one of the yama is Brahmacharya. So yamas are ethical guidelines on how to behave towards other beings. And Brahmacharya is very much around energy, energy management, energy direction. Mm. So this is going to be the focus of this practice. Just reflecting on how we use our energy. Desikachar, who's one of the great minds of yoga, says that Brahmacharya is a movement towards the essential. So how would you define your own essential in this moment? Maybe it comes as a sensation, as a feeling, or a fully formed thought. Just go with what shows up. So maybe for this practice, it could be to be present with your breath, to expand the inhale, could be to increase your focus on a particular part of the body. It could be that you need some rest, so maybe you are going to lie down today. These are very simple things, but they make a difference in our lives and in our body minds. And the way that we can explore that in practice, then we can take it into our lives. How we show up for the people, other beings, and for the planet. So now with all of this, all this information that you've taken in, decide what is your essential right now, whether that is to stay still, continue focusing on your breath, continue to rest, or you can also do all of this with a little bit of movement, maybe a bit of a sway, a stretch, few rolls of the shoulders, few rolls of the neck, anything that would feel good in this moment for just a few minutes. You can go with your intuition here. You know what to do. Doesn't have to look like asana, and definitely you do not have to look perfect. And just come back to that intention of checking in with your energy, finding what's nourishing that energy rather than draining it. For me, right now, that looks like just swaying gently, just really rooting with my hips, my glutes, Maybe adding a little bit of suppleness into the spine. I'm just kind of doing some kind of wavy movement. Maybe some side bends or twists, anything that would feel good. And then in our chat just before, we're talking about sore wrists. So if you like, you can come back to some kind of stillness center. And then nothing too exceptional here, but just maybe just a few rolls of the wrist. For me, I hold mine because I'm hypermobile and sometimes they go all over the place. So that's why I do one at a time and I hold it. And actually, I find that really comforting, like with the nerves, the connective tissues. It's just like it adds a little bit of warmth. It has, I don't know, it's just like I really prefer it. And I can check with the movement that I don't go too fast or like the range of motion is getting a little bit wild. But if it's okay in your own wrist, then you're welcome to do it without, and you can do both at the same time. So we're just doing a few rolls, and then after a while, we can go on the other side. Just doing clockwise and anti-clockwise. Don't worry about counting, it's fine. We're just doing a few mobility movement here, giving some attention to your wrist. Sometimes that's all it needs. You don't even have to move sometimes. Just place a hand there and just stay with it. Just send some compassion, some loving kindness, especially when if you're really tired or if it's really sore, maybe that can be enough. Then if you like, we can do some jellyfish fingers, which is so they kind of like the fingers are all together, and then on the inhale, you open up, and then exhale, they close down. And then here you can have some a little bit of fun if you want. You can open up the arms, maybe finding a little bit of a back bend and just getting your jellyfish just moving. You can do one hand at a time as well. I'm gonna do that. Mine is just, yeah, no, that feels good actually, just to do together. Trying to stay with your breath as best as you can. It could be faster, it could be slower than what I was talking about. You can get your hands up if you like, if you want to add a little bit more mobility in the shoulders, just be kind with yourself. And then you can open up a little bit more the wrist if you like, just like going side to side. Again, don't look at mine. Try not to go all the way. Just keeping. Uh, All right. And then if there's any other movement you like to do, and one good one is actually to bring them together and Anjali Mudra and maybe get for like, that's not how I practice it normally, but like really pushing the palms together and just adding a little bit of pressure. That can feel nice. Make sure that your shoulders are not up to your ears like mine were. Just taking a few breaths here. And then maybe and what's it called? Getting the fingers together and then doing one last. All right. Okay. And then If you have any other movements you want to do, oh God, arm is flying, then feel free. Otherwise, finding some stillness, you can find a restorative shape of your choice. That could be Shavasana, lying down, any side, back, belly is fine. Oh, actually, we're gonna, no, it's fine. Seated, please bring some support for your neck and your spine. Maybe some pillows would be nice. Maybe one pillow to hold in your lap. Any other pose is absolutely fine as long as you can find your own expression of stillness, little bit of rest, little bit of ease. And then when you're there, with all the comfort that you need, that can be in the form of pillows, blankets, eye mask. That can be by also telling yourself that you are in this container of a practice, in this community that wants the best for you, so that you can let go a little bit of any remaining tension in the body and the mind, and just let yourself rest and just be for a few moments with your breath, your body, and your mind. And then stay here, or I'm gonna invite a little bit of pranayama. And we're gonna breathe through the right nostril, but we're not blocking anything. You can, if you like, you can block the left nostril if that feels easier. But I'm gonna invite that you start to breathe from your right toe all the way up the leg, the hip, the side of the body, the right arm, the shoulder, the neck, all the way in your right nostril, so that all your awareness is onto your right side as you breathe in. And as you exhale, you go in all the other way. So from the crown of the head, down the neck, the right arm, the right side, the right hip, the right leg, all the way down to the right toes. So all your awareness is onto your right side as you inhale and exhale for a few rounds like this. You are welcome to block the left nostril if that's what feels good. But trust and sense that you do not necessarily need to physically block the left nostril to invite that energy through the right nostril, all the way from the toes to the crown of the head and all the way down from the crown of the head to the toes. And do a few rounds like this and noticing how your energy may be shifting. What is happening at the level of the body, of the breath, the mind, and the spirit. If that brings up any sensation of anxiety or hunger or anything like that, just come back to your natural breath or do any other form of pranayama that you would find supportive. That's okay. I felt that as well when I've practiced this particular technique. So You're okay. And then when you've done a few rounds, let that go. Come back to your natural breath. Come back to center. Breathing in through both nostrils, breathing out through both nostrils. Just noticing how you're feeling, how you're doing in this moment. And then when you're ready, we're gonna inhale and exhale through the left nostrils only, doing the same thing. So the breath comes from the toes, the left side, up the leg, up the knee, the hip, the side of the body, the shoulder, the left arm, the neck, all the way to the crown of the head, only on the left side. And then back down, exhale, crown of the head, neck, shoulders, left arm, left side, left hip, left leg, left toes. Do a few rounds like this. See how you're doing, how you're feeling, how's your energy doing. And when you've done a few rounds like this, just come back to center and breathe in and breathe out through both nostrils. Come back to your natural breath. Noticing how's your energy doing. And you're welcome to continue with this pranayama, or you can find another pranayama, or you can stay with your natural breath as it is now, as we move in into a little bit of meditation, a little bit of rest. I'm mostly gonna not talk. I'm actually gonna play a little bit of bird song. So if you like to find yourself in a place of nature, maybe by a river, a big lake, or forest, beautiful meadow, or top of the mountain, a place where everything is perfect for you to rest, to just be for a while. It could very well be from your own imagination or from someone else, maybe a painting, a work of art, a photo that you've seen before. Somewhere that calls for your spirit to rest, be at ease and calm. So that maybe your energy towards the essential, that movement towards the essential right now is to rest, to be quiet, to be as still as you can and give yourself permission to be there. Noticing how that all lands into your body when you are given that permission. this act of remembrance that your energy is sacred, your choices matter. So enjoy, be here for a few moments, just being yourself, just as you are, nothing to change, nothing to fix. And see you in a few moments. Taking some soft deep breaths. Remembering that as your energy is sacred, that means that so are you. And then maybe having a moment of quiet reflection about what resonated for you during this practice, and maybe reflecting on what is one small practice or action that you can explore this week that or this weekend that would honor Brahmacharya, that would honor your energy. Maybe it would be to listen to the birds for a few moments, to lose yourself in a painting, to pet a dog, anything that will bring maybe a little bit of glimmer into your life, that is nourishing for your energy, physically, mentally, and spiritually, so that that energy can have ripples of goodness in the world. And so as you continue to take soft deep breaths, maybe bringing that intention or that commitment to your heart center. And then keeping that awareness there onto your heart. And you could place your hands there as well, or in Anjali Mudra. Prayer pose, palms facing each other, thumbs against the heart as a gesture of gratitude. Gratitude for ourselves, for our bodies, our mind, our spirit, orders us to do and access. Gratitude for this community and all our communities and all the people that support us. Gratitude for the earth as it continues to hold us and support us, and the wisdom of the ancestors that guide us, and the indigenous steward of this land who keep on protecting it. And gratitude to these practices of yoga indigenous to South Asia, and all teachers and practitioners who have protected and keep on protecting these practices so that we may benefit from them today. And leave some space for you to add any further word of gratitude you may wish to. You may also wish to dedicate some or all of the merit of his practice to a being, a group of beings, a cause, a land that could do with some extra support right now. And to serve this intention, I'll offer a blessing of metta, loving kindness, first in Sanskrit, then in English. You're welcome to join or listen. Inhale to begin. Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere with no limits, including ourselves, be happy, be well, be at ease and at peace. May all beings be safe and protected. May all beings be free and liberated. When you're ready, you can invite a little bit of movement back into the body in a way that suits you. Opening the eyes, coming back into your space, taking your time. There's absolutely no rush. Thank you so much for being here, for being curious and compassionate beings, and allowing me to share my own practice with you all. Thank you, thank you.